Hi everyone, and welcome back to Retrospectreviews. And in today's video I'm going to tell you the story of the time I found an Amiga CD32 mint condition box and the series of unfortunate events that led to it being less than mint. So let's get into it. This story begins with me having a few days off work and the opportunity to visit this store in a town that I was passing through that I've been wanting to have a look in for a few years now. It's one of those trash and treasure shops or junk shops. It has a mixture of used furniture and odds and ends. So I thought there could be a good chance that there may be some retro games in there. And sure enough, after a small search around the shop, I came across a cabinet that was full of Amiga cartridges in case. And there was a few things. There was a couple of retro joysticks that would fit the Amiga, the Commodore and the Atari. There was one or two Game Boy Advance games there. And that's really about it. So I waited till the shop assistant or the owner had finished with the client and said to her, can I have a look at the games? Because they were kind of tucked in the back of the cabinet. You couldn't really see the condition. Wanted to see if the actual cartridges were in there, if the manuals are in there. And she said, oh yeah, just slide the back of the cabinet open and have a look. I said, oh, fantastic. I can actually have a proper look. So I'm pulling the Mega Drive cartridge cases out and looking at them. They've had prices written on top in marker. I'm not sure if it was permanent marker or just whiteboard marker, but from what I think it was permanent marker. So I'm going through it. There's the usual, a lot of sports titles. There was a few there. There was like Spider-Man versus X-Men, and there was another one. There was Hardball 3, which was in an actual cardboard box. And I went through and I thought, well, looking at the prices, they wanted like $30 a game. Some games were $40. They had a loose Donkey Kong, original Donkey Kong game, but on the Game Boy Advance. But they wanted $40 for it, and I'm not too sure if that was a good deal or not a good deal. But I wasn't willing to pay $40 for that cartridge since I don't have a Game Boy Advance. So I looking through and I thought, well, I haven't seen the Hardball 3 in a cardboard box before. Most of my Mega Drive cartridges are in cases. So I thought I'll take that out, and I looked, the box was a little beaten up, and I said to the lady, it's a shame you've written on it. Usually when I say that, I sometimes get a couple of bucks taken off. And she said, oh no problem, that's not permanent, we can get that off. And she takes the game from my hands and goes away somewhere. So I'm looking there, and I look down, there's some more Mega Drive cases underneath the cabinet in this little secret compartment, and I pulled them out. Most of them were empty cases. Some had games, but I wasn't too sure if they were genuine. The labels looked a little like they were like laser printed, so I'm wondering if somebody's imported them or done some repo. So the lady comes back and says, oh look, there you go, the price is gone. And I look at it and went, oh yeah, the box is, it's already beaten up, and it didn't look like anything was damaged with the price being removed. So I said, oh, fair enough. Never thought anything about it. I said, I'll just keep looking. And I put the game on the counter and I started looking through. And I went to the other side of the cabinet and I noticed down the bottom was another secret compartment. Now, in that compartment was the Amiga CD32 game theme park. This one. Now, when I saw it, my heart jumped and my eyes widened, and I thought, no, that can't be. That is in top end condition. So I pulled it out of the dark cabinet and had a look at it. and unfortunately they had written $10 on it, and I thought, oh, for $10, the box is in mint condition except for that $10 price. But with a little bit of patience and know-how, I can get that off without damaging the box. So I picked this up and a few other little things. I got another RF connector for my NAS. I got a $5 joystick, and a power supply for a Mega Drive, and the Hardball 3 game. So that's alright. So I thought, I'll take all that and I'll take it up to the shop. So, up to the counter, I should say. I take it all up to the counter, and the lady goes, oh, okay. And the first thing she grabs is that box. And not thinking thinking there was any, I'm not thinking there's anything wrong. So she grabs a can of degreaser, which you use on engines or anything you want to get some kind of grease off, and proceeds to spray the box, which at that point my jaw has dropped. My eyes must have been the size of saucers. And then proceeded to get a scourer with a sponge on it that you'd use in the kitchen and scrub the price. And you could imagine everything was in slow motion. The words stop could not come out of my mouth. And by the time she finished, she had damaged the box. She had scrubbed the price off, but also some of the ink off the box. So I was pretty gutted. Oh God, I said to her, "You've ruined the box." And she said, "Oh, that's all right. Just use a pencil and colour it in." And I said, "No, you've ruined the box. That was in almost mint condition, you know." So my heart sunk, and she proceeded to tally up the rest of the things. And she said to me, "I'll tell you what, I will chuck in the joystick for free." It was $5, so she'll take $5 off. And I thought, okay, I'm getting the game now for $5. That is okay. You know, I'm disappointed. You know, I had a mint Amiga 32 box in my hand, and yeah, it's slightly damaged now. So that's fine. So she tallies up, I pay my bill, and I get in my car and I continue my journey. At this stage, I must say, it was pouring down with rain, and I continued my travel. I had another hour or so to go to get to my destination. So as I'm driving along, I think to myself, well, hang on, she was going to knock $5 off. So shouldn't my total be $45? And I'm thinking, but I'm sure she charged me $50. And I'm thinking about it, and I think about this all the way to my destination. And when I get there, I decide to open the boot, and I have a look inside and got the receipt out, and sure enough, she still charged me the $10 for the game. I couldn't believe it. Not only did she destroy the box, but I must have been in such a daze and shock that she charged me the full price for the thing. So I think, well, nothing I can do now. I'm not driving an hour and something back to complain or whatever, and by the time I'm coming back through, her shop will be closed. So that's fine. The week, I'm there for a week or 4 days. Yeah, and this location, it has not stopped raining. So I've been out, looked to other thrift stores looking for other pickups, and somewhere along the line, unfortunately, rain has got into my boot. And once again, when I get home and take this out of the box that I had it in, I've noticed now that it has slight water damage on the back. So my heart sunk even more. So now I've got a box that has had some of the discs, some of the ink rubbed off. It's got slight water damage on the back, and but I for $10, I can't complain too much. But it was a bit of a heartache journey with this theme park Amiga 32 box. Now I must say everything inside is still in tip-top condition, so I've got that going for it. Just put that back there. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this story, and if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because it will tell you every time I upload a new video on Friday. And if you did like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And that's about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you next week. Bye for now. You've ruined the box.